Good morning, dreamers. I'm back. I'm back. I'm not going to be here every day, but my goal is to be here once a week. Hannah has started PSW placement this semester. She's in college. Can you guys believe that? But her placement then starts very, very, very early on Monday mornings. And so my goal is to get up and at least be physically out of bed when she is getting ready for the day so that she doesn't feel all alone. It's a very, very early beginning for her, and she is not a morning child. So I'm going to do my best to just be, and that gives me time for once a week to check in with you. This is my moose cup because Carl is currently in New Brunswick and I moose have my coffee. Anyway, so much has happened. I can't possibly fill you all in. If you really want to know, just ask. No problem. I'll tell you individually, I guess. But yeah, 3 years ago, I started this in that break between Christmas and New Year's and going back to school because the kids were sleeping and I wanted someone to talk to. So I invited you to come and sit at Grandma's table with me, the table you don't see because you're sitting on the other side of the computer. But we also were talking a little bit about Bob Goff's book, Live in Grace, Walk in Love, and just the devotional that comes with every morning and the thought of how to truly walk in love. God's love, not the love that of your own power, but the love that God gives you for others. That may or may not look, smell, act like you do. And this devotional is a really good brain straightener for me in the morning. But just talking to you is a really good brain straightener as well. And lots and lots of things have occurred in just trying to get to know Carl and establish our home and how does he relate to the kids, how do I relate to the kids with him in the house, etc., etc. So all of that to say, I did go back to therapy, which is excellent. I highly suggest it to any and all. And yeah, and so he was asking, my therapist was asking, well, are you doing your morning vlogs anymore? And I was like, no, I'm not. It just became too much. And so he suggested that I might want to try because it was something super helpful to me. So here I am. I am excited to be here. I'm glad to see you. I hope that you start to interact with me again. I know there's only like half a dozen of you. That's okay. I'm not here for the likes and the shares and the whatever. I'm just here to talk with you and to help you ground yourself with your feet on the ground, but your head still in the clouds dreaming. But I'm also here for myself and just to remember what's important before launching into the craziness of the week. This week for us at work, we have a struggle, a decision to make with somebody who was injured outside of work, and we have a fellow company who's second in command. He passed away suddenly over the holidays, and so we have a funeral to go to tomorrow. And there's just some really heavy stuff going on, and everyone is carrying something, and I think that is the key to remember. What you're carrying matters. It is so important because you matter. You've been created by the Almighty and you have been given a life to live. And with that life, there are certain things you have to carry. Certain things in my life that I have to carry. And it's tough. It's hard. And I think we need to remember that it's hard. We need to grasp that it's hard and say, hey, I can't just have a comfortable life every single day, every single moment of the day. It doesn't work that way. I hate to break it to you. I was talking to one of my kids yesterday, and it's just like, I don't want to be an adult. Adulting's hard. I'm like, yeah, it's really stinking hard. But that doesn't mean we don't do it. It doesn't mean we don't grasp at life and hold on tight and just enjoy the moments between here and now and all of the in-betweens. We need to realize that it might be hard, but it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding when you can build a life that you have to fund and that you have to engage with the world to create, to make this happen for yourself. Like, those are huge accomplishments. Those are massive, massive things. Something to be proud of. And can you do it on your own strength? Not usually. Not usually. You need people around you. And it reminds me of my all-time favorite Lord of the Rings quote. And it is when Samwise Gamgee is saying to Mr. Frodo about the ring. Frodo is so exhausted, he can't go on. And Sam picks him up and he says, Mr. Frodo, I cannot carry it for you, but I can carry you. So me, being a wonderful Enneagram 2, that really struck home. I can't carry your thing, but I can carry you. You can't carry my thing, but you can carry me. We carry each other when we check in and we do things like this. We sit down and have coffee together and we just breathe for a moment. We just breathe. I love doing this. I have a friend who I do this with every couple of weeks, and we sit down and we remember that the name Yahweh is breath itself, and it's Yah. And when we use that term for God, and we breathe in and we breathe out, and we put our feet flat on the ground, and we relax our entire system, we realize that we've been made to meditate and connect with something far bigger than ourselves, far greater than ourselves. And so don't try to go it alone today. You can't. That's when these things get out of control and out of hand and difficult. Grab yourself a coffee or a tea or even just a cold glass of water with a splash of lemon, or a warm glass of water with a splash of lemon. I don't care. Get yourself something that makes you feel comfortable. You've been designed in a certain way. You know. I've been designed for coffee and tea and hot chocolate. Everybody thinks I'm a coffee girl. I'm just a hot beverage girl. I love them all. Let's be honest. Except pumpkin spice, but don't tell anybody. On that note, I gotta go. I put some Nutella croissants in the oven for the kids for their breakfast because I wanted to make sure I didn't stay my welcome on this first time. We'll see you next week. Know that I love you. Keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds. Happy dreaming. Bye.